Thomas was in a very good mood, just steaming around in the country. Percy was as well. Thomas stopped at the junction. "Hello, Percy," said Thomas, but Percy went by and just disappeared. Thomas closed and opened his eyes. "I can't believe what I saw," he said. "Where's Percy gone?" Gordon and Henry were also enjoying their day. Thomas stopped as the big engines came by. "Oh no, stop! You're going to crash!" Too late. But where are they? He closed and opened his eyes again. They crashed! I know they did! I saw it! But then they disappeared. This is a very strange day, he thought. James was busy. Thomas, who was searching for his missing friends, saw James coming and stopped. "Have you seen Percy, Gordon or Henry?" asked Thomas. "No, sorry," said James. And off he went and completely disappeared. Thomas opened and closed his eyes again in disbelief. He started looking for his friends all over again. Where had they gone? Edward was pulling 5 troublesome trucks, quite slowly. Thomas saw Edward coming and stopped. "Have you seen any other engines, Edward?" said Thomas. "No, sorry," said Edward. "Can't stop, I'm afraid. I'll never get going again." He went into the tunnel, but never came out. How can they all fit in the tunnel, thought Thomas, and he moved forwards to look. It was empty. "I think I need a holiday," said Thomas, who continued his search. Where had all his friends gone? He thought he'd go through the tunnel himself to see if he disappeared. "Surprise!" said all the engines. "We pranked you today, Thomas, didn't we?" "Oh, thank goodness you haven't all disappeared," said Thomas. "But how did you do it?" "We just used mirrors," said Percy, "to make it look as though we were disappearing." They all laughed.
Today was a very special day for Percy. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for him at the station. Percy arrived. "Hello, sir. I'm almost ready for the big game," he said. "Good. The soccer game starts soon, so finish your job quickly so you can pick up the important guests," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Yes, sir," said Percy. However, nearby, Thomas had overheard the conversation. Why does he want Percy to do an important job like that? "I'm the most useful engine," he thought. Percy then arrived. "Hi Thomas," said Percy. "I'm pulling an important coach later." "Oh, wow," said Thomas. "Have fun," and he reversed off. He was acting strangely, thought Percy, but he continued with his job. Thomas then had a naughty idea. It involved 5 trucks. He reversed into them and left. He headed towards the track crossing that Percy had to use. Something was about to happen. Percy crashed into Thomas's trucks. "Oh no, I'm sorry, Percy," said Thomas. "It's okay," said Percy. "Oh, how am I going to pull that important coach now?" "I'll do it," said Thomas. "Yeah, I guess you should," sighed Percy. However, nearby, Edward had watched the whole thing. Thomas left to get ready. He had dressed Annie, Clarabelle and himself up for the match. "Hello, sir," said Thomas. "Percy crashed, so I'm pulling that important coach instead." "Oh, okay," said Sir Topham Hatt. "The guests are waiting at Wellsworth Station." "Okay," said Thomas, and he went to go and pick them up. On his journey, he ran into Edward. "Hello, Edward," said Thomas. "Hello, Thomas," said Edward. "I see you're pulling Percy's important coaches. You do know Percy worked extra hard this week just to be able to pull those coaches. He was really looking forward to it." "Oh, I didn't know that," said a sad Thomas. He realised that what he'd done was wrong, and he had to make it up to Percy. So instead of going to Wellsworth, he went back to Percy. "Let's get you back on the track so you can take guests to the soccer match," said Thomas. "Oh, thank you, Thomas," said Percy. So Thomas coupled up to Percy's trucks and pulled Percy back onto the track. "But I don't have my coaches. I'll never make it in time," said Percy. "Don't worry, take Annie and Clarabelle," said Thomas. "Oh, thank you, Thomas," said Percy. So he coupled up to them and left. Edward then arrived. "Well done, Thomas, you did the right thing," he said. So they watched Percy pick up his important guests. It was a normal day on Sodor, and the trains were hard at work. Unfortunately, Frank was in a really bad mood. He charged straight into a tree. And it fell on the track. And Toby was heading straight towards it. Oh dear. Toby had fallen off the track. But Frank wasn't finished yet. He spotted a pile of cargo. This time, Thomas was heading for it. What a mess, said Thomas. Frank ran away. Nearby, Samson and James were working hard. Frank changed a point, leading Samson straight towards a crossing. The timing couldn't have been worse. Oh, I'm sorry, Samson, said James. The points must have been changed. You weren't supposed to go this way. Both of the trains were stuck. Thomas then arrived. Oh no, Frank got you too, he said. Yeah, he changed the points, said James. What are we going to do? Asked Samson. Thomas had an idea. The trains were put back on the track and a cage was made. Thomas then bravely whistled Frank over. Frank charged towards him. Thomas suddenly reversed out of the way, so Frank charged right into the cage. James then pushed a fence into the gap, trapping Frank inside. It worked, said Thomas. He shouldn't bother us anymore, said Toby. Samson also arrived to thank Thomas. So the engines could all return to their jobs without being bothered. It was a snowy day on Sodor, and the trains were loving it. Spencer zoomed past Thomas. Watch out, Spencer. These tracks are really icy. Don't go too fast. Oh, don't worry, Thomas. We'll be fine, said Gordon. We always travel quickly. In fact, Spencer, would you like a race? Ooh, a race sounds like a splendid idea, replied Spencer. So he hurried on over. Where should we race to? Asked Gordon. Well, these presents need delivering to the local school, suggested Thomas. How about you race there, with the presents? Oh, that's a splendid idea, said Gordon. So the drivers loaded the presents evenly into the trucks. Gordon and Spencer coupled themselves to them. Okay, said Thomas. Ready, steady, go! They both got off to a very fast start. Luckily, Percy was keeping a close eye on the race. "Watch out, Gordon," he said. "The snow hasn't been cleared on that section of track." Gordon put the brakes on, but because of the ice, he didn't slow down very quickly. Luckily, he stopped just before the snow. "Phew," he said. "I'll have to go a different way round." Meanwhile, Spencer was still steaming along. Unfortunately, when he went into a tunnel, the vibrations caused some snow to fall at the end. But because the tunnel was dark, he couldn't see it, so he ploughed straight into it. Luckily, it didn't slow him down at all. In fact, he barely noticed it. He didn't even notice the snow on his face. It wasn't long before he arrived at the school. "Yes, I win," he gloated. Gordon then arrived. "Well done, Spencer," he said. "Oh, nice beard, by the way." "Huh? What beard?" he asked. "It's made of snow, Spencer. You must have hit a pile of snow." "Ha, I guess I must have." So they unloaded the presents, and before they left, the children decided that Gordon should have a beard too. So Gordon and Spencer then carefully went back home. Hi, I'm Dave, and thank you for watching my video, which featured Snowy Spencer. His body and tender is covered with snow, and he comes with a detachable snow beard. He's a great addition to anyone's collection. It was Thomas's day off, and he was spending it with Lightning McQueen. "What do you want to do today?" asked Thomas. I'm not sure," replied McQueen. "How about I ride in your truck until we think of something?" "Okay," said Thomas. So McQueen hopped in and off they went. They stumbled across a tunnel. "Hold on," said Thomas. "I don't recognise that tunnel." "I wonder where it goes," said McQueen. "Let's find out," said Thomas. So his driver got out and changed the points. And in they went. When they came out of the tunnel, they couldn't believe their eyes. "This is incredible," they said. There were all sorts of animals. As they were taking it all in, they were spotted by Ono the egret. Uh-oh, intruders, he thought, so he swooped down to warn the others and prepared to defend the land. "Intruders!" he cried. He got the attention of the other Lion Guard members. They fired their coconut launcher. It just missed. They then catapulted a boulder. Just missed again. "I don't think they want us here," said McQueen. But before they could react, Ono fired a net straight at Thomas. Clean shot. the animals approached the intruders. "Who are you?" asked Kion. "I'm Thomas," said Thomas. "And I'm Lightning McQueen," said McQueen. "Oh, I've heard of those names before," cried Beshti. "Yes," agreed Kion. "You're both very famous. Sorry we attacked you. We're the Lion Guard, you see. We need to protect the land." So they freed Thomas and introduced themselves. "I'm Ono, the eyes in the sky," said Ono. "I'm Beshti," said Beshti. "I'm Bunga, the honey badger," said Bunga. "I'm Kion, son of Simba," said Kion. "And I'm Fuli, the fastest in all the Pride Lands." "Well, probably not as fast as me," said McQueen. "No, I'm probably faster," said Fuli. "Why don't you have a race?" suggested Thomas. Everyone thought it was an excellent idea, so they set it up. "The first one to reach my wall wins," said Kion. "Ready, steady, go!" It was a fast start. McQueen got ahead slightly, but realised he was heading straight into the wall and was going too fast. And then... "Oh dear," said Fuli. "Well, I guess you win." "Yes, but I broke the wall," sulked McQueen. The others then arrived. "Wow, what a race," said Kion. "And don't worry about the wall, we can just rebuild it." McQueen was very thankful, so they all worked together and constructed the wall. Ta-da! It looked good as new. "Now let's show you around," said Fuli. So Thomas watched from the tracks as each animal showed McQueen their favourite place. It was soon time for Thomas and McQueen to go. "We'd better make a move," said Thomas. "Please come back soon," said Beshti. "Oh, we definitely will," replied McQueen. "Today was really fun," said Kion. So they said their goodbyes and left. "What a fantastic day that was," said McQueen. "Yes, we'll definitely be going back there," said Thomas. So McQueen and Thomas had made lots of new friends. Hi, I'm Dave, and thanks for watching my video, which featured lots of new toys. It included Kion's toppling wall, just press the button and the wall falls apart. And to reset, push in the tab and just rebuild the wall. Another set used was Beshti's boulder catapult. Hold the base and pull the lever down and release. Bunga's coconut blaster was used too. Put the coconut in the tree and press the leaves. Another set used was Ono's lookout launcher. Ono stands on his perch and press him down to throw the net. And finally, Fuli's canyon chase set was used. Fuli sits on a cart and the launcher pushes her away. And each set comes with an adjustable action figure. It was the day of the Great Railway Show, and the engines were finishing off some jobs. Hi Percy, said Thomas. I'm really excited about the Great Railway Show. Me too, Percy replied. I've just got to finish this delivery. Diesel then arrived.
Take me to the Great Railway Show!
You can't, you've been naughty recently. Sir Topham Hatt won't let you, said Percy. Sorry Diesel, said Thomas.
Silly Stevies!
This annoyed Diesel, so he thought if he couldn't go, neither should any other engine. He stopped at a signal, which was right next to another signal, and a crossing, so Diesel had an evil idea.
Ooh, hello.
Meanwhile, Thomas was getting it fixed up to make him faster.
There we go.
Thanks guys, he said. So he left, and Gordon went in.
Ta-da!
Thank you, he said, and he went off to meet his brother, the Flying Scotsman. Hello, Gordon, said the Flying Scotsman. Are you ready to go? Not yet, replied Gordon. Percy's just got to finish his last job, as he was running late. Unfortunately, he needed to use the crossing that Diesel was tampering with. And Billy needed to use the crossing too. And because Diesel tampered with the signals, they both said go. Oh dear. Sorry Billy, said Percy. Oh, that's okay. I think the signals were faulty, replied Billy. Diesel thought he'd gotten away with it, but Gordon and the Flying Scotsman had watched the whole thing. Diesel! Cried Gordon. Uh-oh! Diesel ran. I'll get him, said the Flying Scotsman, and he chased after Diesel. But Gordon intercepted him. Gotcha! Cried Gordon. Well done, little brother, said the Flying Scotsman. So Thomas called Chomper, and he got Billy and Gordon back on the track. Sir Topham Hatt then arrived. Diesel, you are in a lot of trouble, he said. So the other engines went off to the Great Railway Show. While Diesel had to do everyone else's job.
Silly Stevies!
It was a lovely day on Sodor and everything was working well. Oh. the signalmen called for help and Digging Rig's Chomper arrived. He got to work putting Gordon and James back on the line. Chomper left. Gordon left. James left. Now the crossing wasn't the best piece of track for the engines. Percy wanted to turn left, but couldn't. He had to go straight on, and then the long way round. Thomas wanted to turn right towards Maithwaite Station, but he couldn't. He had to go straight on and then back on himself. It was also a long way round. So Topham Hatt knew that this piece of track wasn't good. He needed to change it somehow. He had an idea. Just after he left, Spencer was steaming through. Oh. Chomper was called again. Chomper had only just left when Thomas and James collided. Chomper returned. The following day, Chomper had a different task. So Topham Hatt had asked him to dig up the crossing. He replaced it with a brown circle and then a round track piece on rollers. Yes, it was a turntable. So Topham Hatt was pleased with Chomper's work and hoped that the accidents would now stop. Gordon tried it first. Spencer was steaming through, and this time Percy had to stop and wait for the turntable to point to him. Thomas could now change direction easily without going the long way round. Success! No more accidents. Thank you for watching our video featuring the Trackmaster Tidmouth turntable. It has 8 track positions and the clever mechanism in the track can be set to stop the trains automatically and then released, or set to allow them to travel straight over. A great addition to the Trackmaster track.
Percy and Gordon, said the Fat Controller. Due to someone knocking over all of the water towers nearby, I'm afraid every engine can only have one wash per day. But I only do dirty jobs, cried Percy. I know. Can I have Gordon's wash every day? He doesn't need it. He's an express engine. Gordon became very angry. I work very hard actually, Percy, and steamed off, spraying mud all over Percy. Percy, go and wash. That's your only wash of the day. So a sad Percy went to get washed. Soon, Percy approached a worker. I need to find a job where I don't get dirty at all. How about delivering sugar to the chocolate factory? He suggested. So Percy collected the trucks and began his journey. Oh no, here comes Diesel 10, up to his old tricks again. Watch out, Percy! Oh no! Well, at least it's only a bit of sugar, said Percy. And soon he was off again, on his way to the chocolate factory. But guess who was at the chocolate factory waiting for Percy? That's right, Diesel 10. Watch out, Percy! Oh no! Oh, Percy, said the Fat Controller. I'll let you wash again because it wasn't your fault, but you must watch out for trains like Diesel 10. And Percy had a final wash. What a day!
Hi, Chris here. Thanks for watching my video featuring the Percy's Chocolate Crunch, which comes with 2 trucks with removable cargo and a piece over his head which can be taken off. Here's another video you may have missed.